Hi everyone. So I just wanted to let you know I've been trying to look into websites and things to sell. I'm going to start selling some of my poetry and just cards, and I put my ebook on there. So I sent it to family and friends so that they can see. I've done it very beautifully. If you can please spread the word and tell people to support my work and to buy it. I think it's reasonable. Because I've chosen a lot of beautiful pictures and some of my work that I did for reflections in daily life. And it's something that you can just print off and give to somebody for Christmas or a birthday, anything like that. I looked into the essential oils, but I think I'm going to hold off on that because the postage is very costly. And there's so much out there already. I decided not to go that route. But I think with the e-cards and e-books and that, I might be able to try to generate some income that way. And I do want to go back to South Africa because, things here, people think you're coming to Canada, you're coming to a better lifestyle, an easier lifestyle. It's not the case. Like, even if you listen to the talks that are coming out from South Africa, and what they're saying is not a lie, it's the truth. Like all the things that we are starting to do now with e-payments and transfers and all that, South Africa was doing that 8 years ago. They were doing e-pay and all these kinds of things. And even when you transfer your money, like between banks, it's not instantaneous. It takes like 5 to 7 days to get there. So we are so far behind in Canada and America, it's not even funny. And, for me, it's very frustrating. And they say, oh, it's about risk, but really and truly, they don't want to change things. Like even the things that the Conservative Party is saying about the pipelines and all that, they've been saying the same things here for the last 20 years. They're like, we're going to build, we're going to have the pipelines ready, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Nothing changes. And instead, things are getting worse and worse by the day. So that's why I wanted to go back to England, because I know England, I know my way around, I understand the culture, I do very well there, and they'll pay me what I'm worth. They won't give me minimum wage jobs as an executive assistant. They won't force me to work overnight or say there's no job for you. Even to get any kind of funding towards my education, I couldn't get anything. So, when you're trying to study part-time and get your degree and then you get it and you qualify and you still don't get the top jobs, I'm at the bottom of the barrel. I was talking to my friend Renee in England, and she's telling me, like, as a teacher, she's at the top of the food chain. I'm at the bottom of the food chain. With all my skills and qualifications and strong work ethic and good attitude, I'm at the bottom of the food chain. So what is the point of me staying here? Like, I'm not joking when I say I want to go back to South Africa. I want to go back because I will be treated the way I'm supposed to be treated. I'll be having the things I'm supposed to have. I won't be having to be a burden on other people and have to go on welfare and have to go on social assistance and, sleep on the floor when you're starting out and then get a small few pieces of furniture, put 6 or 7 or 8 tables together to make like a sideboard. In this day and age. And if you're in South Africa or you're in Zimbabwe or you're in England, I don't suggest you come here. This country is for people who are happy with little bit. Whatever little bit they get, they're happy with. I'm not happy. And I'm not happy with this 2030 agenda. I'm posting all the news so people can see that I'm telling the truth about what's happening to Canada, about the Olympians and the drug gangs and all that. Because when I tell people they think I'm lying. They think I'm delusional. I'm not. So that's why I'm posting the news from Canada so that you can see. And also the discussions that came out of the G20. I'm posting what I'm watching so that my friends and people who are following me can also watch it and see. Because it's very, very frustrating. It's not a matter of like, oh, be grateful you've got everything. It's not a matter of that. It's the fact that you have to get it through other people's money. That's what it is. And if you're like me and you grew up in Zimbabwe, it makes you feel sick. It makes you feel sick to be sitting at home for almost 2 years and not being able to work and earn a living and being treated like a dog in the workplace by the customers and all that. And you can say, oh, you know what, it's cultural differences, it's the Americans. I don't care. That's what it comes down to. I don't care. I didn't come to this country to be treated like a dog or to be treated like a child that can't make my own decisions and has to be tracked and followed and all that and forced to get psychiatric assessments. I don't care. I want to go home now. I had enough of it. I had enough of it, and I'm disgusted with President Trump for saying that South Africa can't come to the G20. What about all the things America has done? Flogging people at their borders and all the things, their Guantanamo Bay and all that. What about that? I took calls in the contact center where I could hear people screaming in the background. People were calling from the prison. What about that? I've had enough of it. I've had enough of it. And if the rest of the family are happy here and they're happy with how life has gone for them, good for them. I'm not happy. Because every little thing I get, I know that I have it because somebody else sent me that money. Somebody else sent me that money to pay for my rent and to buy food and to get something, to go to a Sting concert. Like, I'm disgusted with what I've had to do. I really am. Because when you get an education and you work hard, you want to be able to have a good job and to say, you know what, I did this. And since I came to this country, that's how it's been. They either pay me a pittance, like 35,000 as an executive assistant, or they lay me off. I'm not here to be somebody's bellboy. I'm not here to be somebody's dog. I'm not here to be somebody's prostitute. That's not what I went to university for. And if they're saying that, oh, you know what, you think you're better than everybody, all of us who come from Africa are like that. We're not here to be your prostitutes. We're not here to sleep with you. We're not here to stroke your ego. We're not here to make you look good. When we have our jobs, we take pride in our jobs and we do them, and we expect people to be fair with us, and they're not. So Canada got left behind a long, long time ago, and they're not willing to change. These messages that Melissa Landsman and all of them are giving out, they've been saying that since like forever. It's the same thing. Yeah, we have the future look forward to. Look forward to the future. Forget about the past. We're making progress. Meanwhile, things are getting worse and worse and worse for everybody. So I want to go back. I want to go back to South Africa now. I've had enough. I'm tired of living with a payment system that is backwards, of not having a car, of not being able to own my own property. I'm tired of it. The issues that they're dealing with there are the same issues they're dealing with here. Look how long the US government shut down for. I mean, is that something to be proud of? Their whole government shut down. If it had happened in Zimbabwe or South Africa, it would have been all over the news. So I've had enough of it. And they keep saying, oh, it's a saturated market. That's why people are not getting jobs. Meanwhile, they're sending all our jobs to South Africa and other places. And India is also far ahead of here when it comes to their payment systems and finances and all that. They're far ahead of here. And as for this whole thing, even now Rotman's having a push on women staying at home and having children and all that. I'm not going to that. I'm not going to it. Because women had to fight to get the right to vote, to go out and work, to earn our own living, to be equal partners. They had to fight for all that. And then here we are sitting at home, doing nothing. Just taking other people's money so we can live. I even cut back on what I eat. I only eat one full meal a day. And like whatever I get, whatever I buy, I make sure it lasts at least a month, if not longer. I'm so sick of living like this. Living in a nanny state where you don't have work, you can't get those top jobs, you can't earn your living. It's depressing. And even the girls that I worked with, the other women, they get depressed just like me because it's so aggravating. It's so awful to just sit at home and send out thousands and thousands and thousands of applications and you can't work. And the teaching system here is so screwed up. If you're a teacher here, try getting jobs in Alberta or Vancouver to teach. It's virtually impossible. Virtually impossible. People leave here and they go and teach in Egypt and other places because they can't get work here. I also applied for those jobs. I applied for jobs overseas because nobody wants to come to a country and just sit at home and do nothing and not have any income coming in of your own, not be able to buy anything of your own. I mean, it's an awful way to live. It's awful. I really hate it. I hate sitting at home and being a bum and being unemployed. That's why I'm trying to sell my ebook now through my website. That's why I'm doing it. Because no matter what I do, roadblocks are put in my way. And I'm tired of it. I don't want to be sitting at home doing nothing, cooking and baking. How much, and even if you cook and bake and all that, how much can you do for one person? How much? It's really, I'm telling you, if you are in South Africa, if you are in Zimbabwe, don't come here. Don't come. We keep telling our government, scrap the foreign worker program. No, they're keeping it open. They're bringing more and more people in. Meanwhile, all the other countries are shutting their foreign worker programs down. Everywhere. South Africa, Zimbabwe, most African places you can't. It's very hard to get a visa to go and work in Africa. It's very hard. The same as the UK and Europe. Only Canada is saying, oh no, bring more people. And people who are here, we can't even get a decent job. The minimum wage is not a living wage. $17.20 an hour. You think you can pay your rent on that? Rents in Toronto average like 2,300 or 2,400 for a one-bedroom place. That's the average. And if you go outside of Toronto, it's even more than that. So, I mean, it's ridiculous. The minimum wage should be at least $25 an hour. At least. So that people can start paying off debt and paying off education debt. When I sold my place, that's the only way I could pay off all my debt for my master's and all the other things I had to do. I mean, it's ridiculous. That's what I can say. And as for President Trump saying, oh no, South Africa is not coming, does he think all the other countries and all of us who were born in other countries are going to support that? Even Canadians. South Africa pulled off that G20 so well. Does he think anyone's going to support it? Yeah, we all admire America, we all like America, we all want to trade with America, but we're not like going to just say, yeah, that's nice. Don't invite South Africa. It's really sickening. It's really, really sickening. Like me, I hate this. I hate staying at home and not having work. And even my spiritual direction. I tried. I advertised through websites. I advertised through Spiritual Directors International. I told people at the churches. I told Regis College. I didn't get anyone that was willing to pay. So then how do they expect us to live? How do they expect us to help our churches and our charities? Yeah, you can do things online, you can retweet, you can share posts for people like I'm doing for Roger Federer, for Rafa, for Novak. You can do things like that. But at the end of the day, if you don't have an income coming in, how are you supposed to live? How are you supposed to make ends meet? How are you supposed to get your eye care and your dental care and all of that? And Elon Musk's message saying, oh, work will be optional, it's a load of rubbish. It's a load of rubbish. Who wants that kind of life where you don't work, you just stay at home, watch TV, don't do anything? Just like, I mean, really and truly, who wants that? Not me. Not me. I was not raised that way. I want to work and earn my living. And I want to have say, oh, you know what, I bought this. And I can take pride that I bought it. And that I did it on my own. Even all these things now that I get, the gifts that family and friends send me, I'm happy they're sending it. But it's not the right way to live. But if they didn't send it, I couldn't pay my rent. I couldn't replace my sheets, which are threadbare. I couldn't do anything. I would just have to go and live in a shelter somewhere. And it's disgusting. With all my skills, with all my education, with everything I've done, that I can't get a job. No, this is screwed up. And even the Bible says, if you don't work, you shouldn't eat. That's what it says. So I don't believe in this. This is nonsense. That, oh, work will be optional, and you can work if you want to, and if you don't want to, well, you can stay at home and we'll just give you a basic income. I think there's something wrong with Elon Musk, because he's going to carry on making his millions. He's going to carry on employing people. I mean, I can't even hire someone. I can't even hire a plumber to come in to take a look at the drain in my bathroom or my kitchen, or hire someone to say, you know what, I need help with my curtain railing because I need to take those curtains down and wash them, put them in the washing machine, and then I need someone. I can give you $20 so you can just help me and I'll put that railing back up. I can't even do that. I mean, in Zimbabwe, at least we could afford to do that once in a while. Maybe not all the time, but at least once in a while you could afford to get some help from somebody and pay them. This is rubbish, this. I'm sorry. It's a rubbish way to live. I want to go back to South Africa. And I want my friends who are there to help me, to talk to their bosses and whoever and tell them that we know somebody that wants to come back. And she's very good, and she's an HR professional and an executive assistant. Can you please help us to relocate her? I want to go. I'm tired of living like this. I'm not somebody who likes to go out to hockey games and watch the hockey games and all that. I've been to the tennis because I could afford it now. For the first, 18 years of my life in Canada, I couldn't afford to do anything. So the tennis was affordable. Now even the tennis is becoming unaffordable. If you want to watch sports, you have to pay for the sports channel. If you want to play golf, you can't even learn to do anything here because everything is so expensive. I don't want to live like this. I want to go home. I want to go back to South Africa. It's not a matter of just saying, oh yeah, I got everything now. No. It's a matter of using your skills to lift up others and to benefit society and to say, you know what, I used my skills, I made something of my life. Not I sponged off the system, I was unemployed, then my EI ran out, then I had nothing and I had to send out a link begging people for money, begging family. I had to do whatever I could just to scrape that money in. Yeah, it's nice that family and friends want to help. Don't get me wrong, it's nice. But nobody wants to live like that. It's an awful way to live. I don't like it. I want to go back now. I want to have a proper job and go back. I'm tired of this 3 months here, 6 months there, 9 months unemployed, income of 9,000 a year, 15,000 a year. What, am I a stupid idiot? I've had enough of it. I had enough. Please don't come here if you're in South Africa. You're better off there. That's what I have to say. It's the pits. I'm not joking. I'm not.